Hundreds of thousands of Floridians are now getting letters from Citizens Insurance with a November due date. Some have the option of remaining with Citizens, but others are being moved to a private insurer.
So if it happens to you, how do you find out more information about the company you might be unfamiliar with? Investigator Lewis Bolden has some information you need. Lewis.
Well, Matt and Ginger, Citizens Insurance is currently the largest insurer in the state, but was never designed to be so big. So the state is trying to move more policies into the private market. But with many of the larger, well-known insurers leaving the state, you could end up with a smaller company you've never heard of. But there are ways to vet your insurer. Now, during this entire report, we're going to have a QR code on the screen. If you're having insurance issues and you want to share your story with me, scan the code, write me a message, and it will go right to my inbox.
We've been going floor by floor.
When Aaron Peck bought his Bellevue home last July, he says he had no idea how difficult it would be finding insurance. So he ended up with Citizens Insurance.
They were the only company that we were quoted. There wasn't any other companies.
But just 3 months later, he got this letter from Citizens Depopulation Unit, notifying him that a private market insurer is willing to insure him with a renewal premium that is not more than 20% greater than Citizens, which means his current policy is ineligible to renew with Citizens.
I kind of assumed that we would probably get that letter in the mail.
What he didn't expect is that the offer is with Slide Insurance, a company he has never heard of. Do you have any concerns about Slide?
I do. I am worried about if something should happen, how would their response be? I have not looked into them much as far as the type of company that they are.
There are ways to vet your insurer. There are several companies that provide ratings for insurance companies. Joe Petrelli is the president of Demotech.
Is your ratings system a good way for consumers to get a read on the financial stability of their insurer?
I think consumers will find us to be extremely friendly.
On their website, you can go to Financial Stability Ratings, then Property and Casualty Review. Scroll to the bottom of the page and type in a company name. We put in Slide Insurance. The company has an A rating, meaning it possesses exceptional financial stability related to maintaining surplus as regards policyholders at an acceptable level.
We have made a decision to limit that initial rating to the A level.
In this case, A is a good rating, but it's not the best. That would be A double prime. But when companies are so new, it's the highest rating Demotech will allow. The same rating was given to Orion 180 and Orion 180 Select insurance companies, two of the newer companies to enter the state.
So that the companies will have an opportunity to perform in the marketplace, but yet concurrently, they're going to be monitored on a regular basis by our team, as are all the other companies we work with.
Peck says right now Slide is his only option, but he is concerned that many of the larger, better-known insurers are leaving the state.
If they cannot stay here, what kind of company is being brought in to take over these policies?
Question. Now, we highlighted Demotech, but there are several companies that offer a similar service. We will list them all with this story on clickorlando.com. But note, they all have different ratings codes. So experts recommend you treat it like you are getting a bid for a project, meaning don't just get one, get ratings from a few companies and compare them. Matt and Ginger?
Lewis, get ready for your inbox to explode with people calling and texting you. All right, thank you.